I have a story to tell you about someone who came to learn painting. I told this gentleman, waste 50 sheets of paper and then come to me, show me the result. And to my amazement, he did it. He showed 50 sheets of work. In between, he asked me what he has to paint. I said, you do anything that you want to do. You check your the competence you have with a brush. You use your sketch pen, use pencils, use pastels, use anything, but you just produce some work. To my surprise, it did produce the work. And I was really happy about it. Today, he has become a very successful artist. He's been doing a lot of paintings and without learning. My point is, you don't need to learn under anyone to do any work. Work teaches you whatever you have to do. One more suggestion that I have to give beginners is they have to practice discipline about their work from day one. Once they finish their work, they have to keep their materials aside, clean up the space, clean up their brushes, clean up the palette, clean up everything that they have used, and only then they should say, my work for today is finished. As long as you keep a lot of trash all around you, every time you'll have to find a single tube that you want, you'll have to find it, in a great deal of tubes. You have to wait for it. In the meantime, your patience snaps. So instead of using crimson red, you start using scarlet. And scarlet is not crimson and crimson is not scarlet. So these are two different colors on the wavelength. That is why I feel that every artist who starts should start with a certain discipline of keeping their equipment clean, keeping their work environment clean. Keep everything where you get it. Even if it's a pencil or an eraser, keep it in a place where you get it. Keep it in a place where you get it every day. So when you finish the work, your pencils, your erasers, your brushes, your canvas goes to their respective places, so that when you start painting on the next day, you don't have to clean your palette, you don't have to clean your brushes, you don't have to start doing all other work except painting. A lot of time gets lost, a lot of mood gets lost, a lot of interest gets lost when you start working with all these small jobs. Therefore, whoever starts painting, I always tell them, keep everything in a proper order. Third thing is to have discipline. Start painting at a particular time. Painting for whatever time you have, but see that whatever work you have allotted for that day, you finish it. Or keep your work intact so that you can finish it the next day. You can start from where you left. And you can't start all this if you have a dirty table, dirty equipment, and things like that. You have to keep everything in a disciplined manner. I was taught to keep my brushes clean. Sometimes sometimes it so happened, my mentor even tweaked my ears and said, you have to keep this clean. You can't work with dirty brushes. You have to have different brushes for different colors when you work. You can't use the same brush, use it for blue, immediately take the same brush, use it for red, same brush, use it for green. You will not get freshness of colors there, he said. And it was right. I would not get freshness of colors unless I had different brushes. So have enough brushes, have enough material that you want to have, and then start working. You cannot substitute one color for another until you have that knowledge of color where you can mix two colors and get whatever you want. Before getting to the point of whatever you want, you'll have to go through the process of what color is. You should know how a particular red looks. or how a particular green looks, why it is different from the other green, why is sap green different from hooker's green, or why is olive green different from sap green. If you remember the colors that you are working, and remembering is not saying tactically that this is the green I want. When you want a particular green, try to get that green at any amount of any amount of difficulty. If you use that amount of effort to get something, you will learn how to get it the next time.